But when you think about creating community and like establishing or coming in and looking at those traditional roles, could you maybe give our listeners and viewers a little bit of an overview of the traditional roles? Because I think, you've touched as well on a couple of things, which is the matriarch, if you will. And I think that there's a lack of understanding in terms of the sacred elements of a woman and the relationship with the men and the children and the elders. So could you just touch maybe a little bit on the community in Indigenous culture and what
Well,
we're
I
trying to restore in that space?
well, and I understand, and this is one of the things I tell a lot of Indigenous women: you are the most powerful being on earth because one, you're a female; two, you can give life and carry life, right? And that's why women don't sweat sometimes with men. That's why women don't sweat when they're on their moon time, uh, because
Mhm.
it can take the prayers of the men, right? Because the women are at their most powerful point then. Uh, but that's ladies should be respected. And I wasn't the perfect example of that growing up. Uh, but women should definitely are way high up there. Elders, right? Knowledge keepers. That's who teaches us everything, right? You respect your
Yeah.
parents, right? There's just so many, and there's a lot that I don't know about all of that because I'm still learning, right? And I'm
Mhm.
open to everything. When I learn, I'm just sucking everything in. Like I did uh, I was part of another grand entry. Oxford House and Joy had uh, uh, Oxford House, the Alex. Joy is the ED of the Ox, the CEO. But we had a powwow together, and they asked me to dance and to carry the eagle staff. And I didn't understand the significance that that's a very powerful symbol of leading the community through the dancing with the grand entry and everything. And I was shocked, and I didn't know what to do. Right, and I found out now the significance of it because you're not even supposed to touch it after I hand it off. Uh, but I learned afterwards, and I thought, holy smokes, that was actually a pretty big honor for them to ask me to do that. And it's Blackfoot territory here, right? And I'm Cree. So it was pretty huge for me. It was really, really significant. But throughout and you have the medicine carriers, bundle carriers, right? Pike carriers. There's just so much involved in our culture. Everybody has a different role. Every person can go to a different person for different information or teachings mostly, right? And knowledge.
Mhm.
I still have a ton to learn, right?